As we allow for a few more participants to join, I would like to invite you to introduce yourself in the chat box. Please share your name and let us know where you are joining from. And feel free to say hello in the chat box. Please continue introducing yourself in the chat. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. All right. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and a very welcome to the Africa Women in the UAE Business Network official information session. My name is Dora Chanda, and I am delighted to be your moderator this evening on behalf of MyScape Hub. Thank you for taking the time to join us. We are truly excited to have you here as part of this growing platform designed to support African women entrepreneurs who are interested in exploring business opportunities in the United Arab Emirates, particularly Dubai, through trade partnership, supply, sourcing, networking, and investing opportunity. This session will run for approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes, and it will cover an overview of the AWUBN program, our membership structure, the planned Dubai trips, and most importantly, insights from our guest speaker joining us live from Dubai. Here are a few house rules. Before we begin, a few quick house rules to ensure the session runs smoothly. Kindly keep your microphone muted unless you're invited to speak. Please post your question in the chat box as we go along. We'll have a question and answer session towards the end. So type your questions in the chat box. You're welcome to switch on your camera during the session, as we would love to engage with you more personally. Once again, thank you for joining us and welcome to the program. I will now call upon Madam Sandra to officially open this session. Ms. Sandra Kambi, the founder and managing director of MyScape Resource Center Limited, MyScape Hub based in Zambia. Ms. Sandra will provide us with welcome remarks and share the vision behind this initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Ms. Sandra Kambi.
All right, thank you so much, Dora, for that introduction. Good evening to everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. As introduced, my name is Sandra Kambi. I am the founder and managing director of MyScape Resource Center Limited, commonly known as MyScape Hub. Just a second. Here we go. Okay, sure. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm happy to see you all. To be nice at some point to have your cameras on so that I can also see the faces better in the room. It's truly an honor to officially welcome you to this important gathering and to begin what I believe will become a transformational journey for many African women entrepreneurs. To start with, I would like to talk about MyScape and the vision that we have for this year as an organization. So at MyScape, our vision has always been clear in terms of what we want to do, and which is helping women and youth to be empowered and equipped to create value for their communities by 2032. We exist to build an ecosystem where women and young people can access the right mentorship, skills, networking, and opportunities to grow sustainably, sustainable businesses, create jobs, as well as become leaders in the communities. So when we began 2026, we were very deliberate by setting out our vision and what it is we wanted to achieve and how we are going to do it. And for 2026, MyScape has set a bold direction for growth. Our vision this year is to expand beyond borders and establish MyScape as a Pan-African platform that connects entrepreneurs like yourselves across the continent, as well as create global access to markets, partnership, and investments. We now know that Africa is rich with so much talent, In this room, I think if we had a chance to do introduction, we could have heard the different works that we're doing, the different talents that we have, innovations that are being built, and the ambition that is around the room in terms of what you want to achieve for yourselves as well as the entrepreneurs, businesses that you're running. But many of the entrepreneurs are still lacking some things. There are still some gaps for us as women entrepreneurs out there. And number one, this is lack of access to markets, lack of access to networks. We are lacking access to global opportunities that allow us to grow and expand our businesses. And hence we are here and we have created this platform so that we are able to cover some of these gaps that we are facing as women entrepreneurs. And it is in this journey that we are seeking opportunities that can help us create alignment and collaborations amongst ourselves. Recently, when this year began, for those who are connected with me on social media, you might have seen some of these updates on either my LinkedIn or Facebook. I traveled to the UAE. I was in Abu Dhabi for the World Future Energy Summit, and I had a privilege of meeting Dr. William Stanhouse, who's here with us tonight. What was meant to be a simple meeting became a powerful conversation that opened my eyes to the potential that we African women have in the international market. When I met with Dr. William, he spoke very important themes that struck me around my passion. And my passion is basically working with women entrepreneurs as well as the youths. So he spoke about how we can expand to the UAE market, particularly Dubai, and not only for business, but with opportunities to do with partnership, networking, as well as investment opportunities, either at personal level or as an entrepreneur or a business. And this came to me not just like an ordinary meeting, but a meeting that filled with so much purpose and direction and a sense of destiny of finding someone who had an alignment where we aligned and where we had something in common, which was working with entrepreneurs and creating opportunities. So that encounter made me think very clearly about what it is I could do or what opportunities I could create for the women that I was working with. So Dubai is not just an opportunity meant for a few individuals. It is a door that can be opened for many African entrepreneurs, especially women who are ready to take their businesses to the next level. And as I reflected on the discussions that we had, I realized something important. This is not just an opportunity that I want to benefit from by myself. No, this is not just a vision I want to pursue alone. Because the truth is that when a woman rises, she does not rise alone. She does it with the aim or an objective to make change around her own story, as well as make change for her family, make change for her community, as well as the economy. And hence, this opportunity, when it came to me, I knew it would not only end with benefiting me alone, but I could open a platform that will be able to reach many other women like myself. That is why today we are introducing the Africa Women in the UAE Business Network, a platform that is built on the spirit of collaboration, the spirit of empowerment, and the spirit of sisterhood. It is a platform for women who are ready to spread their wings, explore global markets, and position themselves for trade and investment opportunities in the international space. This network is for women who have those dreams. They have the dreams to expand, to take their products, to export their products to the international markets, even within Africa, across the borders. Women who want to build partnerships beyond their country. Women who are looking to understand what the Dubai market has to offer for themselves and what strategies they can use to enter the Dubai market. and also women who are beginning their entrepreneurial journey and need guidance and direction. This platform will be able to assist you in these different aspects or needs that you may have. So ladies, I believe that the time is now. Africa is rising, and African women must be lifted, must not be left behind in the global trade. We should take them with them. Let's lift whoever we can lift ourselves with as we get to grow and rise as women. And we must be able to participate in the investment conversations that are going there for the African agenda. We must take our place confidently and be ready to give something or bring something to the table. So I want to encourage each and everyone here tonight, this evening, take this platform seriously, engage, learn, network, and prepare yourself for opportunities that we are yet to celebrate ahead of us. Because what we are building is more than a network. We are building a movement for African women who are ready to go to the global market with confidence. Once again, I would like to say thank you for joining us this evening, and you are welcome to this powerful beginning of elevation and lifting. I look forward to what this platform has to build for you and myself. Thank you for joining, and you are most welcome. At this point, I pass it back to Dora. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sandra, for those inspiring remarks. We'll now move into a brief overview of the network to guide us through what AWUBN is and why it was established. I would like to invite Ms. Thelma Munyoro from Zimbabwe, who will provide a short presentation outlining the purpose and vision of AWUBN. Ms. Thelma, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dora. Hi, everyone. I hope you are having a good day. In Zimbabwe now, it's in the evening. Dora, can you put the screen on, please? Can you go to the next slide? Okay, thank you. Once again, welcome, everyone. It's a pleasure getting to know everyone. Please, if you haven't put your name by the chat, you have just joined, just write your name and where you come from. Would like to know everyone who is here. So what does AWUBN mean? Why are we here? What are we talking about? So AWUBN is a professional business network connecting African women entrepreneurs to UAE market opportunities. So this network supports members through trade and supply linkages, business networking and partnership, market entry, guidance and compliance information, investment exposure and advisory updates, delegation trips to Dubai. So we'll hear more about the nature of this network. And please feel free, while we'll be discussing, we're having this presentation. If you have any question, write it on the chat because we'll have a question and answer session. Can I go to the next slide? If you haven't written your name, please just write your name by the chat and where you come from. Thank you. I see people from different countries. Welcome, Uganda. Welcome, people from Zambia, Namibia. Oh, this is great. Kenya, I see you there. Okay. So why was this group created? why was this group created? So the reason why this group was created is because joining the African Women in the UAE Business Network is more than just becoming part of a group. It's joining a movement. This network connects ambitious, talented African women who are shaping industries, building businesses, and creating opportunities across the UAE and beyond. So through mentorship, professional development, and collaborations, members gain access to a powerful support system that amplifies their voices and their strengths, and it also strengthens their impact. So this is a platform where ideas turn into ventures, challenges become opportunities, and every success is celebrated as a collective victory. So by joining, you're not just only growing a business and leadership skills, we are contributing to a community that uplifts and empowers the next generation of African women leaders. So our members will access regular UAE market opportunities, updates after you join our movement. You also have access to the networking with women entrepreneurs across Africa, supplier sourcing opportunities both in Africa and the UAE, capacity building and business mentorship, information on exhibition and trade fairs, investment insights, including real estate, and also there'll be eligibility to Dubai delegation trips. So we'll be having trips twice a year in December and in May. You learn more as we discuss. And together we rise, lead, and thrive. So welcome you all. Don't regret. This is the best platform you can ever be. Thank you. Over to you, Dora.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Ms. Thelma. We'll now
Hi, Thelma. Hi, Thelma. Oh, thanks, Thelma, for that presentation. I think Dora should be having some network challenge. Michelle, are you here? Are you ready to take up the next slide?
Yes, I'm here, Miss Sandra.
All right, over to
Yes,
you.
I'm ready. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good
day, wherever
evening.
you are, all over the world. I'd like to welcome everyone from all over the world, Namibia, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and everyone else to my Escape Hub. I'm going to talk about membership structure and requirements. Okay, so before I start talking about the membership structure and requirements, I just want to urge us ladies to take this as an investment, whereby one can invest for yourself to say, I want to invest in my social capital, or to people whom I associate with, to people whom I link with. There are people who are doing the same business that I have here in Zimbabwe, but they're in Zambia. There are people doing the same thing that you do in Zambia, but they're in Uganda. This is the good opportunity for you to invest. So this is one point whereby you should take the membership structure and the requirements so seriously, so that you even invest it in yourself, so that you feel the thing. The moment you don't invest it in yourself, you won't feel the importance of you being a member, or to meet the requirements of being part of the women for this AWUBN. Okay, so our membership structure is gonna come into, like the previous speaker has just said, Thelma. She said we will have two trips, which is the December trip and the May trip. So for 2026, our first trip is gonna be in December, And then in 2027, we'll have a May trip. Okay, so what are we going to be doing in those 2 days? So the first official trip, like I said, it's going to take place in December 2026, and then it's going to be a 7-day trip. So the first the 2 days are for traveling. You'll be traveling and we'll be arriving and we'll be settling down. Maybe you're coming from Zimbabwe. You're flying to Dubai, to UAE. That's an 8-hour flight, and you need to get there. You settle down. You see your rooms. You see where you are going to be in the next 5 days, and then the 3 days is for business program. And then the business program, it will come in different sessions. We do have the session of factory and in manufacturing visits. We have the wholesale trader and supplier market visits. We also have the Chamber of Commerce and Trade Agents engagement. And we'll have the B2B networking sessions. We'll also have the real estate. So all these, you might say, oh no, I don't really fit in this, but there are opportunities which comes with you attending to the program 3 days. So the other 2 days, it's for your vacation, for your networking time, for your refreshing time. This is my most favorite part, but just because Dubai is very beautiful, guys. So that would be tourism. You go to the safari, you go to the desert, you go for the Burj Khalifa, and this is the time whereby you mix and mingle to say, hey Sandra, I'm Michelle, I'm from Zimbabwe. What do you do in Zambia? I heard you in the meeting saying, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm doing that. So this is the time when you take your time to mix and mingle, to say, oh, how are you coping up with the transport business in Zambia? So this is the time that you have whilst you're traveling. So you'll be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Yes, you're mixing and mingling. At the same time, you're taking notes. You are building your social capital. You are getting your network connections. Maybe somebody's going to tell you, oh, you know what? You're in the bedding business, but bedding is cheaper here in Tanzania. And then you now have somebody who's in Tanzania to look up to. So this is the structure of our program, our business program. Can I move to the next slide? So what is the membership registration and packages? So for you to be a member or to be registered, we do have 2 packages. So the first one, the member package, is for $20. This one is once off. You're just investing it today, but what you're gonna get in your lifetime is you will never equate it to $20. So you just pay it once and that's it. It's just once off. And then the second one is the corporate pack. So the corporate pack is going for $100 per annum, which is renewable. So for corporate pack and partners seeking engagement and visibility, this one is for you when you feel that I want to be visible and I really want to engage with others. That's when you get this $100, and you need to renew it every year. Just because every year they come new people, everything is gonna be new. Today we are advocating for UAE. The next time we might be advocating for America. The next time we are advocating for Europe. So you never know, and where the links comes from. So you really need to get into the corporate pack. It helps you, and also if you have that other mind to say, oh, in UAE, they do not have vegetables, and I need to import my vegetables from Zimbabwe to UAE. You really need this corporate pack, just because each and every time there comes a new person, and after the new person comes in, you really need to say, I'm now engaging with this person. I can get a new market for my business, for whatever that you do. So you really need this corporate pack. It's a need for somebody who who really wants to invest in your business or in yourself, to say, I don't want to be just an idle person, an idle lady. I want to be somebody who's running around and who is having a wider market than the market that I had in 2025. Okay, can I move on to the next slide? Okay, so the other point on this one is if you get to have a package, it doesn't really guarantee you that it's automatic that you go for the trip fees and selection. You are not guaranteed to be on the trip. So membership fees and trip fees and the selection criteria will always apply. Person really still does he or she qualifies to take this trip to UAE? Does she qualify to go? Maybe you might say, yes, I want to go, but you can't even pay maybe the flight fees. Whilst we say let's pay the flight fees, so it's not like you pay the membership fees, you are guaranteed that you'll go for the trip. But it still needs us to work hard for our trip, for our flight fees, for other fees that can be associated with the trip. We'll just be communicating as we go. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's take it let's not take it lightly to invest in ourselves, to invest in the membership and the registration. It's good for us. It will make us better one day. It will make us a changed person. The Michelle that you used to see in 2025 might be a different Michelle in 2026 because of this program. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Over to you, Sandra.
Thank you so much, Michelle,
Thank
for
you
that
very much.
introduction. Dora, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Ms. Michelle, for that clear and well-structured overview. We can give a round of applause for our two presenters just by reacting. All right. Now we come to one of the key highlights of this evening. Insight direct from Dubai. We are honored to have our first guest speaker, Dr. William Stenhouse, joining us live from Dubai, UAE. Dr. Stenhouse will share perspective on the UAE market, including why Dubai is an attractive market for Africa business, how Africa entrepreneurs can enter and position themselves within the UAE market, key trading opportunities available, and common mistakes to avoid. Dr. Stenhouse, we are grateful to have you with us today. The floor is now yours.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Dr. William Stenhouse. I am the founder of the UAE Africa Networking Group. Can you all hear me? And if you can hear me, just raise your hand or send a heart or something like that. Just let me know that you can hear me well. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so again, my name is Dr. William Stenhouse, founder of the UAE Africa Networking Group. Since 2016, our group has been connecting the continent of Africa with the UAE. We have today over 17,700 members from 72 countries. The majority of our members are women, believe it or not. And we are proud to have delivered some exceptional programs for female founders and entrepreneurs over the years. We're celebrating our 10th year anniversary this year. And there's an echo. Should I change my position of the mic? Is that better? Sandra, is that better? Okay, fantastic. Where we've done some programs we're pretty proud of. One is called the 12 Inspirational and Entrepreneurial Women, where we recognize, it's not an award, but we recognize women across Africa and the UAE who have done exceptional things, and we give them their flowers. while they're still alive and while they are still doing the great work that they're doing in certain markets. We did that over a 5-year period, and it was incredible because we created a cadre of women who now work together and have done millions and millions of dollars worth of business together and have created such a beautiful um, cadre. And I hope that this initiative yields the same results. The second thing we did during COVID back in 2021, we did something called IWIN, inspiring women in the network. So we initially wanted to have just 28 women from, again, UAE Africa. Everything we do is UAE Africa based. And these women really, like yourself, wanted to enter into international markets, cross borders. And it was during a very, very difficult time. So we pulled together our board of advisors. We pulled together, some of our executives from the UK, from America, from all over, and we actually delivered a program that I think was probably by far one of the best things that we did. It was a 12-week program, and again, most of the women that had been in business for perhaps 5 years had a decent turnover, but just couldn't scale and couldn't grow. So the whole reason for doing this was to help them to upskill and upscale. So as a result of that 12-week program, um, 6 of the women from Africa have their products on the shelf in the UAE as we speak. I mean, I can go to certain supermarkets or online and I can find their products today. 2 of these women have their products today on Amazon.com USA. One is a lady by the name of, I think her name is Adina, but her product is called Kawa Mocha out of Ghana. She has the first ginger infused coffee. One of the advisors, one of the mentors, owned a business. She immediately partnered with her, and well, I'm getting some. I'm breaking up. Is it my network? Is it the way I'm presenting? I want to make sure that this is all very clear for you guys. Sandra, any recommendation?
Okay, it's not so bad from my end, but maybe
Okay.
just try to be a little bit away from your mic as you speak.
Okay.
Rachel agrees with
Okay.
me as well. So I
Okay.
think,
So,
yeah.
all right. So let me continue. So to date, I don't know what is the amount of turnover, but she's been hugely successful. And the reason I bring this up, because when initiatives like this happen, that should be the end goal. We should, from this group, this cadre, this cohort, should at least have 10 to 20% of the women who are looking to enter into international markets, the UAE in particular. We should have that type of success. And let's all agree to work together and make sure that we have similar success from the programs that we delivered. Now, I want to do something very, very special for this group. I want to give away three 1 hour or 30-minute sessions one-on-one with me. Okay? Absolutely free. All right. So I have a few questions. I want to see how much you know about the UAE market. Okay. Can you hear me? All right. So here it goes. Now, what you have to do is you have to put your answer in the chat. Okay. You have to put your answer in the chat. All right. So here goes. Are you ready? First question. Okay. First question. How many Emirates are there in Dubai? How many Emirates are there in Dubai? Okay.
We've gotten feedback in the inbox.
No.
All right.
Let it go.
Okay.
Let it go. And Sandra, I didn't see the right answer yet, so I didn't see the right answer. Okay, I see the right answer now. I see the right answer. It was from Rachel. I saw the right answer from Rachel. She was the first. Sandra, can you confirm that Rachel was the first to get it right?
Yes, that's correct. Congratulations.
All right. Bravo, bravo. So she gets 30 minutes to an hour with me one-on-one next week, myself and Sandra. Okay? All right. Here's the second question. So I got everybody's attention now. I got everybody's attention, right? All right. The next question is, and this is going to be a little tougher. I want to see how good you guys are. How many nationalities are there in the UAE? Yes, I did say Dubai, and that was intentional because I wanted to see if you were paying attention. I did not say the UAE, I said Dubai. How many Emirates are in Dubai? And most of you got it wrong because you missed that point. Okay, Rachel, you're not going to win twice now. She said every nationality is represented. No, that's the wrong answer. I need the number. I need the number. Please. Who is this person? Sway? SAWE?
Ah,
Sandra?
Yes,
so
Do you know
that's
that
me.
person?
please put
Sorry?
your full name in the chat box and country, please.
Okay,
think I-
because that person is the winner.
Yeah.
She's the winner.
So please type your full name. Rachel, can you say something
right.
just to confirm that it's you?
What's happening here? Is the same person? Have they won twice or is it different? Oh, okay.
I
What's
just
going on?
wanted to confirm which Rachel it is.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, Sandra, I'll let you sort that out. One more question, and then we're going to get into the details now that I got your attention. All right. So are you guys ready? This one is a little tougher. And nobody can go to Google, huh? I need you to turn Google off. Okay. No chat GPT, nothing. I just want to see how smart this group is. All right, here goes. Are you ready? And if you're ready, just say yes in the chat. We're ready. Can I see you? Yes. We got one. Ready? Yes. 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 Fantastic. Okay. So this one is hard. Okay. Here's the question. Where is the Wynn Casino going to be built in the UAE? Where is the Wynn, WYNN casino going to be built in the UAE? I don't see a right answer yet. I don't see a right answer yet. This is a tough one. Guys, no chat GPT. Qatar? No, sorry, not Qatar. This is good if you don't know the answer. Ah, Nelly's iPhone has got it right. Nelly's iPhone. Nelly, you have to come. You have to tell me, where'd you get this information? Where did Nelly get this information from? I told you, no chat GPT, no Google. How did you get this? I'm
Nelly,
curious.
unmute to speak. Is this
How did you
Nelly
get this
Chama?
information?
Which Nelly is this?
Nelly iPhone. That's what it said.
Nelly, can you unmute, please?
Where did she get the information? It's okay. I tell you what, we're going to keep going. So thank you very much. I hope that was entertaining. I hope that was engaging. I hope you learned something. Yes, she's CIA. Oh my God. I'm going to close the line now. Somebody said she's CIA. Okay. Why Dubai is a global trade hub? Why Dubai? Everybody talks about Dubai, whether it's in the US, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in Egypt, I mean, whether it's in London. I mean, everybody is talking about the UAE and Dubai. What is the big deal with the UAE? So, one, from a business perspective, let's look at the facts. It's strategically located 8 hours from the radius of 2/3 of the world's population. So that's Europe, that's Africa, that's Asia. Okay. The UAE, in Dubai in particular, is the trade and investment hub for Africa today. Okay. Let me repeat that again. The UAE and Dubai in particular is the trade and investment hub for Africa today. Previously, it was London, but not anymore. It's Dubai. Okay. It's very ideal location also for re-export. So your product comes into Dubai, it can easily be re-exported to the rest of the GCC countries. So that's Saudi, 38 million people. That's Jordan, that's Kuwait, that's Bahrain, that's Qatar, et cetera, et cetera. That's Iraq through Dubai. The other thing that makes Dubai stand out is world-class infrastructure, roads, bridges, ports, international airport, okay? Advanced logistics systems, ecosystems such as DP World, et cetera, et cetera. How many of you know that Dubai is building a new airport and it's going to be one of the biggest airports in the world, which also means cargo? How many of you guys, by a show of hands, know that a new airport is being built? Oh, Nelly. Nelly lived in Dubai before. She's a cheater. She's not supposed to be in this contest. Come on, Nelly. I didn't know you lived in Dubai before. This is unfair. Okay. Um, Business friendly environment, 100% foreign ownership. So you can come in, and Amy's going to cover this. You can own 100% in your business. You don't need a sponsor. Zero personal income tax. I had a client that I was talking to today. I'm not going to say where they live, but they pay almost 40% on their personal income. So whatever money they bring in from their salary, from their business, they pay 40%. 40%. Imagine that's almost half the money you work for. Well, in the UAE, you pay no personal income tax. What you earn, you get to keep 100%. Competitive corporate tax. So on your business, you pay 9%. Amy is going to cover that a bit more in detail. And there's free zones that she's going to cover also, where you can set up your business depending on your activity and depending on what business you're doing. It can be comfortably placed in that particular free zone. Amy's going to cover that. So Abu Dhabi, one of the 7 Emirates, has recently been given a new moniker, a new nickname. Abu Dhabi is now called the capital of capital. And what you're seeing more and more is African presidents, African leaders coming to Abu Dhabi and finding finance, finding investments for AI, for technology, for tourism, where the UAE is really, really engaging and investing in Africa. Okay, so Abu Dhabi is now considered the capital of capital for a lot of people, to include Africa. So strong private equity and family offices, now growing venture capital ecosystems. Some of the biggest funds in the world are now moving to Abu Dhabi. Okay, they're in Dubai, but they're in London, but now they're moving to Abu Dhabi. So access to capital, as a business owner, as a founder, is important to you. It should be important. There's stability and governance here in the UAE. The laws are very clear. There's compliance, there's political stability, there's no elections every 4 years, which Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid says he's going to do in 2035 or 2045 or 2055, as long as he's living, he's going to make sure that that happens. Okay. Strong rule of law. The laws are very clear. Transparent regulatory frameworks. And the ease of doing business here is incredible. Again, Amy is going to cover that. I don't want to steal any of her thunder. Anybody know how much trade goes through Dubai from Africa? Anybody have any idea? Give me a number in the chat. What's the amount in 2025? How much trade actually took place in US dollars between Africa and the UAE? Okay, take 10 seconds. Anybody? No Google, huh? Just guess. And this is not a test question. It's just so 60%? No. Dollars in US dollars. Anybody? And why I'm mentioning this is because you can be a part of this year, next year, and you should be. Okay, I'll make it easy. A couple people said $500 million. It was actually 112 billion US dollars. Okay, which is quite significant. And that's projected to grow by 20 to 30% over the next couple of years. All right. South Africa is one of the biggest trade countries between Africa and the UAE. Okay. And what are they trading? They're trading gold, diamonds, agriculture. Okay. And you wonder, why is South Africa one of the biggest? Well, obviously the ecosystem, the logistics, it's more established. The infrastructure is more established. But does it mean that it has to remain that way? There are still a lot of opportunities for trade with the UAE. And by positioning yourself here, you can actually start to look at that and lead it. So what are some of the key business opportunities for Africans in the UAE? Well, first of all, we talked about 200 nationalities, right? That means if you're setting up your business in the UAE, in Dubai, in Ras Al Khaimah, in Abu Dhabi, you now have access to 199 new markets from here. And you have to look at it that way. There's about 11 million people that live in the UAE, 11 million. But if you look at it in a different perspective, you're actually gaining access to 199 new markets. And that's what you should look at. Yes, you will have access to the 11 million, but that's a small number considering the global reach that you can take from the UAE and in Dubai. So let's talk about some of the areas that you should be looking at as a business owner. What are the top businesses for entrepreneurs, African entrepreneurs, and what you should be looking at? One is trade and re-export. Okay, whether you're in agriculture, whether you're producing shea butter, whether you're producing moringa tea, whatever it is, you should be looking at this market, not only serving this market, but re-exporting it to other international markets and perhaps Asia. Technology and fintech. How many of you actually are in technology? By show of hands. Cross-border payment, fintech. Anyone? The other one that's big in this market is renewable energy, climate tech. Okay. Logistics and supply chain. Anybody here in logistics and supply chain? Okay. There's a big event tomorrow here in Dubai where Tanzania is doing a big logistics and trade event summit for 2 days. They're expecting about 3,000 people. So this should be very, very interesting. The trade between East Africa and the UAE is quite significant. So it's really, really big business. And more businesses in the UAE are looking to get products into Africa. And logistics and supply chain is a very, very big need to certain markets in Africa. The other one is healthcare and education services. How many of you are in healthcare and education services? So that includes medical tourism also, telemedicine, and professional training. Last but not least is professional and advisory services. So corporate structuring, real estate brokerage, investment advisory. If anyone in this group is in trade and investments, if you could help businesses get into your market, this is a great business here in the UAE. I saw someone in education, also a great business here in the UAE. Okay, especially when it comes to universities that want to get into Africa. If you can help them do that, that's really, really a big market. On the real estate side, we've got some interesting things coming up this year. We're going to be doing a UAE Africa Investment Summit in May, where we're inviting real estate developers and construction companies, et cetera, to Ras Al Khaimah to be a part of a bigger event, which is RAC Real Estate and RAC Construct. So we're excited about that. And keep in touch with Sandra. She'll let you know all about that. So this is a great opportunity for you to attend, to engage, to meet people also. So how to enter the UAE market step by step. Amy is going to give you all the steps that you need. She's going to take you through it, but I want to cover just two things. One is marketing, 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 marketing. That was 5 times I said it. You have to understand how to market your product in the UAE. It is not like Namibia. It is not like Ghana. It's not like Nigeria. Okay. You have to understand how to market your products and services here to be able to penetrate this market. This is very, very important. You need strategic partnerships. Sometimes it's better for you to collaborate with another African business here or with a local business, depending on what you're offering to get further into the market quicker. And in any market you go to, local content is very important. You need to understand the schematics of the market, how it works, and how you can succeed there. Distribution agreements. You need to be a member of the Dubai Chamber. I highly recommend that. It gives you so much. They have a Dubai's Women organization. Phenomenal. You can meet some really incredible people there who are doing great things where you can partner with them. You can learn from them. You can engage with them. I highly recommend. Also, Dubai and Abu Dhabi in particular is really big on networking. Lots of networking opportunities. We can help you with that as well. Some of the good ones that are out there that have been around for a long time and actually they're productive. And then branding and positioning your product. Where does your product need to be? How is your packaging? What does it look like? How's your website? A lot of times I've had African entrepreneurs who have shown me their product, and to be honest with you, it's not ready for this market. Unfortunately, they're doing big business in Africa, very local business. Turnover is great, but they're not ready for this market. And never become offended. Just understand, in order to succeed in this market, you gotta look like you belong. Okay, and you gotta be able to upskill and upscale your business to be able to be successful here. Very, very important. And you need to invest in your brand and in the credibility and branding of your brand. Also, very important. So let's talk about some common mistakes that some people actually make mistakes with. Okay, underestimating compliance. So, not having KYC records. Who knows what KYC is? What a KYC? Anyone? What's KYC? just very quickly, just so we all know we're on the same page. What does KYC mean? And don't be ashamed if you don't know, because I'm going to tell you. Compliance, another one. Very good, very good, very good. I got 2 right answers. I got 3 right answers. Fantastic. Yes, excellent. How many of you know what CIS is? CIS. 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 Good job to everyone who got that right. Anyone know what CIS means? Okay. So while you answer that, KYC is extremely important in this market. You know, who are you? What is your address? Where is your office? Where do you bank? Yes, customer information sheet. Customer information sheet. Okay. Who you are, basically. It's another form of KYC. All right. Very important that you're transparent and you're very clear on who you are, where you bank, how you business, you know, what's your mailing address, et cetera, et cetera. That makes things a lot. Another big mistake, I've seen it happen. By the way, as I told you, I've been in the market. My internet is unstable. Oh boy. Can you guys hear me still? Okay. I've seen so many Africans come to the UAE. They open their company and then they don't get a bank account. Like, and sometimes, a lot of times, Dubai can be very transactional. People just want to sell you a license and that's it. And then you can't reach them anymore because they've gotten your money, you got the license, that's it. But the most important part is the bank account. If you don't have a bank account, you can't do business. It's like you don't exist. So very, very important. You need to choose the right partner, the right the right free zone, which again, Amy is going to talk about. I recommend Amy to you guys. I think since we've worked together, I think she's helped more than 25 Africans open their business all across the UAE. And once you are her customer, she's never going to leave you. That's the way she works. Poor capital planning, meaning you come into the market, you got your license, but you don't have any capital to do the business. Yeah. And I would highly recommend don't come until you're really ready financially. You still can do your business back there, and then you can expand properly here. Very important. Um, so you need to budget for office space, your visas, your your compliance, your VAT registration, all of these necessary things to set up your business and to do your business. The other thing is you cannot come expecting instant returns. Okay. Dubai is not full of gold on the streets and money hanging from the trees everywhere, and you know, rich chicks ready to give you money, and everybody has money, and everybody, no, it's not like that. And please take that out of your mind. Everybody here is working extremely hard on their business, you know, getting it done. And Dubai is one of these places. I've lived in New York, I've lived in London, I've lived in Paris, I've lived in Tokyo, I've lived in Korea, I've lived in Italy. I've lived in Frankfurt. It's one of the only cities that I've lived in where the top people in business live here. And I'm talking, you know, A plus. So the competition is fierce. You know, don't come and think everybody's going to give you business and there's a lot of money. Doesn't work that way. That's the reality. So a lot of people make those mistakes. They come, they think they're going to do it, and then 3 months they're back home. 6 months they're back home. So I think the best thing that's going to happen from this cohort is you're actually going to come here. We're going to do something called business integration, where we're going to take you and you're going to meet some of the people in your particular industry. The business structure works. You're going to meet factories. You're going to meet other people in business and so forth and so on. And so we're going to hold your hand and you're actually going to see how this works before you take a deep dive. All right. Not having local partnership, even in Africa. You can't go to Africa and just set up shop and say, I'm here. You need local partnerships. Local content is key. Same thing here. You need government relationships, you need chamber connections, and you should have local partnerships. Not doing your research. What you're doing here, you've invested your time to be here today, listening to me and listening to Amy and everything that we've got to say. This is an investment in time, and you need to invest in the knowledge of the market. It's very, very important. Okay, so I'm going to close here. I just want to recap a few things. One is Dubai is not a market. It's a gateway. It's a gateway to 199 markets. Be smart. Okay. Access these markets. Okay. So for African founders, entrepreneurs, investors, SMEs, hustlers, the UAE offers capital access. There are investors here. As long as you've got your act together, global credibility, having an office in Dubai is really, really important. Having a name, having an office, having an address here is good for your African business and good for your international business. Infrastructure, strategic partnerships, very important. So, what are the keys to success? Preparation, knowledge, compliance, relationship building, and long-term strategy. And that's what I'm going to help the 3 ladies who won the contest. I'm going to help you with creating a long-term strategy where you can actually succeed. We're going to avoid all the mistakes and we're going to get straight to it. I hope this session has been helpful. I can tell you so much more, but I really wanted to summarize to these key points. And if there's at least one question, I'm happy to answer at least one question before we move on. Is that okay, Sandra? At least one.
Yes, that's fine. So we'll take the question from Rachel. She's already put it in the chat.
How many Rachels we have here tonight?
2. So it's Rachel N.
I feel like we've got 7 Rachels. How many Rachels are there?
We got more, right? Okay. Yeah, so this is Rachel
Fantastic.
from Kenya.
Let's do it.
Yes, so this is Rachel from Kenya, and she's saying, how popular is
Rachel from Kenya.
e-commerce?
Okay. Sure,
How
let's do it.
popular is e-commerce in Dubai? And how do I get traction a little closer to Amazon? Or maybe should we, yeah.
Very good question. Very good question. I think Amy will have few points, and I'll ask Amy to cover e-commerce in terms of getting the license, one, and getting the bank account. I believe it's a risky and not so easy activity here now. But again, I'll let Amy cover that. There are people who are really doing well in the e-commerce space. But there's other ways to market your services or products. May I ask, what are you actually selling? Do you have a product? What are you selling? What would you be selling on e-commerce? If you can just either
Rachel,
say it
are
out
you
loud
able
or
to
type it.
unmute?
Fresh
Okay.
produce. Okay. Is that Rachel? Fresh produce. Huh. Okay. What I will say to you, you really need to do your homework. There's a lot of serious competition in the market in this space. From the supermarkets, from Amazon itself, from Noon, from some of the supermarkets. Unless you've got something very unique that's not in the market, I would probably not encourage you to do that. However, there is a platform called Ojamia. Go to their website, ojamia.com. If it's African African specific products, you can immediately join forces with them and you can sell your products to them straight away. Okay? This would be my advice because the competition is fierce. Okay? Okay, I have another question. Ojamia. So OJ, let's see. OJ, can you guys see this? Can you see it? That's it. Anybody who has African products that they want to get to this market, I would highly recommend you go straight to these guys. They can get your products into the market immediately at no cost to you. Okay? Just tell them Dr. Williams sent you. Okay? There you go. All right, Sandra, this has been fun. I loved it. Amazing. Thank you again for making this happen. Kudos to you and your team. Very professionally, well done, well put together. Guys, I hope this was beneficial to you. And I look forward to connecting with you on the next one. And next time we'll bring some other of our members to speak to you as well. Okay? Good night. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stenhouse, for those powerful insight and practical guidance. You can see the reaction. Everyone has picked one or two things from the presentation. We now move to our second guest speaker joining us from Dubai. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Emmy Joy, who will be sharing insight on real estate and investment opportunities in Dubai, the importance of exhibition and trade fairs, and why they matter for entrepreneurs, practical tips and guidance for women entrepreneurs traveling to the UAE. Ms. Emmy Joy, welcome to the session and over to you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. William, that was a masterclass. Sandra, oh, a lot of respect to this purposeful and highly meaningful effort that you're doing. And I'm so happy to see a lot of women entrepreneurs, very, highly motivated, full of energy. This is wow. Okay. William covered many points but I would like to cover a few areas. Just to introduce myself, I'm Amy Joy, CEO and founder of Ernest International Business Solutions. That is the business advisory firm. My background is banking, and I'm a happy resident of Dubai since last 20 years. I was recruited by ABN AMRO Bank after my studies in London, and that's how I landed in this country. Since then, I'm watching Dubai, seeing all the transformation, working very closely with business owners from different part of the world. And now my core work area is assisting business owners to start their business journey in Dubai, either to start over completely or maybe relocating their existing business from some other part of the world to this part, or maybe merger and acquisition. So acquiring an operational business which is already existing in this country. So I take care of the due diligence with regards to finance, legal, and all that. So this is my 5th year running the same business, working with many business owners across the globe, and Africa is definitely very close to me. And I'm working very closely with William to identify and give the proper solution to the entrepreneurs coming to this region. So a few things I would like to highlight here. Why Dubai is very well explained already by William. I don't want to take you through that again. 2 points I would like to highlight is visibility and global exposure. Dubai might be the best market to give visibility to your products or your business. And considering the global positioning, having a business in Dubai will give you definitely global exposure. So there were a few questions I noticed in the comments: how to start, how to qualify to have a business in Dubai, all of that. I'll just brief you through that. However, with regards to one um, key area that African businesses can flourish here is trade. Africa is rich in resources, and just that the world should know what are the resources that Africa hold to make it visible. Um, so trade is one major area that you can contribute to bring your products to Dubai and maybe distribute across the globe. Being a strategic location, Dubai can contribute definitely so much to that. But certain things that you really need to take care of when you are engaging with trade, the trade instruments that you're using. Working with business owners for quite long time, what I've seen quite often is, there will be a lot of discussions on negotiations, everything will be happening, and then at the stage of payment terms, or maybe, when you have to identify a payment instrument, trade instrument, that's the time when the trade collapse. So you really need to do a lot of homework, prepare a lot, and make your business Dubai ready for Dubai. Like William mentioned, this is highly competent market, and every segment, every anything you talk about, you will have a lot of competition here. But maybe you can do that in a different way that someone else never tried, right? Um, Marketing, yes, that is the key thing. Make your products and services visible. And like William mentioned, many areas and many ways that you can make your business or your products visible. And now let me take you through how to start a business. See, for example, if you have your company well established in any of the African countries or any part of the world, but when you want to supply to this country, it's always good to have your local presence here. You might be supplying to Dubai from your company in Africa. So for Dubai, it's completely a foreign business. But when you have your presence in Dubai, if you have your business already established in Dubai, that will gain a lot of trust and confidence to your seller or buyer whom you are dealing in this country. Okay, being an expat to this country, where more than 200 nationalities reside here, it's always advisable for us to have a free zone license. But certain businesses, of course, it might require mainland license. Just to give you little of differentiation between mainland and free zone. Mainland is the whole area where we consider UAE. However, free zones are considered a plot of land within this mainland, which gives you 100% ownership, import export taxes exempted, and having a free zone license give you global exposure to your business. So these are some of the benefits. And moreover, more than any of these, you don't need a physical office to operate your business if you have your business set up in a free zone. So that is also many of the business models we can operate remotely. So you don't really need to spend a lot of money for the real estate. That is another advantage. So when you want to start supplying or buying from Dubai, having a business set up already in this place will give you a lot of confidence to your stakeholders. And how to set up a company? First thing, you need to identify your business and the suitable business activities suitable for this region. Not only the business activities, but the safest and the ideal free zone to work with. UAE being a country, there are more than 50 free zones all across UAE. So out of this 50 free zones, how will you find out which one is suitable for your business model? That can be a challenge, right? So, for example, some of the businesses will require it might be important to work with certain free zones. For example, something in the logistics. Jabalali Free Zone or maybe Hamaria Free Zone or Port Rashid, this might be the ideal place to anchor your business because of ease of logistics. There is port access. And somebody into manufacturing, Jabalali again would be an ideal free zone to work with because it will be easy to bring raw materials and also to export or distribute the finished goods. So likewise, someone into fintech or investment banking, then DIFC is the ideal place to anchor your business. But somebody into e-commerce or consultancy or trading, there are so many other free zones which are not that fancy as these, the ones which I mentioned, like DMCC or DIFC or Jabalali. There are so many other free zones. So depending on your business model, what exactly you want to do in this jurisdiction, it's important to identify the right business activity and also the right free zone to work with. How to qualify to start a business? That is very basic. To start a business, the requirements are very basic. At times, it will be required to provide your bank statement in home country where you do your business as well. Other than that, basic ID copies, contact details, your photograph, these are good enough. But certainly you can connect with me on a one-on-one to understand more about your business model and how to start over here. But it's important, like William mentioned, be business ready for Dubai. It's highly competent market and it's not not an easy market. But once you are here, it will take a while for you to test and try and succeed. But once you have done that homework, you will never leave this place. Like I mentioned, it's been 20 years I'm in this place. I came for employment and now this is my fifth year running a business, working very closely with business owners, hearing all these stories. You will love it. But you have to be really business ready for Dubai. And okay, one thing probably you need to be vigilant and feel free to ask me questions, and you can definitely stop me if you want me to cover any more areas with regards to starting the business or the operational part of it. Okay. And once you have your license ready, then immediately you need to obtain a residency. A residency is important because it's very important to have a bank account in this country. So in order to establish a business bank account, you should be a resident of the country. And then once your residency is done, the next immediate process is to do the corporate tax filing, corporate tax registration. So federal tax authority is the authority that takes care of the taxation in this region. So every business which is incorporated in this country should be registered with federal tax authority for corporate tax. VAT depends on your turnover. Once you reach 365,000 dirhams of turnover, then you qualify, your company qualify to register for VAT, value added tax. Otherwise, immediate thing is to have corporate tax registered. So your company will comply with the immediate local authorities. And then once you're starting with the trade, I'm just focusing trade because trade is one huge area of potential for African market in Dubai. So maybe you might come across a lot of financial instruments which you need to be really vigilant, because I've seen a lot many business owners coming to this place from all part of the world, coming here with a lot of enthusiasm, and then slowly that enthusiasm is dying and they leave without doing or without performing or without successfully doing their fulfilling their dream. So you may come across a lot of I don't want to mention anything now, but you may come across many unrealistic circumstances which may look very realistic and very glamorous, but it may not be. So um, it's really important to do thorough due diligence on every relationship or in every step that you're taking in this country. Just what would be an estimated incorporation cost in USD? Okay, this is it again depends on the jurisdiction that you're selecting, the business model, For example, if it's trading, if you're targeting local trade, then it can be one jurisdiction. But if you're looking for international trade, then it can be another jurisdiction. So it is it cannot be very generic. It has to be very specific to your business model, because the cost with each jurisdiction varies. And another thing, not only with the jurisdiction, with the activity that you're selecting, or maybe if it's a regulated activity, if something into gold trading or oil, it's a highly regulated activity here, then which require a third party approval as well. So the cost of setting up a business is completely specific. It requires a lot of parameters to identify the cost, but approximately on an average, if it's a Dubai license, it costs $7,000 approximately, if it is Dubai license. But there are much budget-friendly options available with regards to licensing. I'm talking about including the residency with Northern Emirates, but it might not be a suitable option for all the businesses. But that's the reason we need to really identify what is your business activity, which is your ideal jurisdiction to anchor your business. So coming back to trade instruments, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, payment terms is one challenge that most of the businesses face when it comes to, especially to Africa. Maybe most of the suppliers, most of the sellers might ask for advance payment, or maybe an LC on site. Being new to this country, no bank will give you an letter of credit or such kind of instrument. So it's very important to identify the suitable instrument for your trade. That is one area. And during this process, you might come across a lot of scams offering SBLCs and lot many things. So it's really important and critical for you to do proper due diligence on the stakeholders that you're associating with. Again, please stop me if you have any questions. And just to take you through few areas with regards to investment opportunities. So investment opportunities in Dubai can be investing into businesses or investing in real estate. So when I talk about real estate, you don't need to think just investing to residential properties. It can be commercial, and also it can be into business models which are related to real estate, like maybe short-term rental. There's so many business owners or investors coming here buying a property, but they might not have a reliable hand to manage the property. If you just buy a property, that will not fetch you any revenue, right? Somebody should manage your property. A short-term rental is the best business model in that matter. And when you have a short-term rental, that definitely it comes along with lot many other requirements, like many services that need to be provided to the tenants or the people who are staying for a short term in your apartment, in your property. So there are a lot many related business models to real estate. Investing in businesses in Dubai, again, it depends on, if you ask me which is the best industry to invest, it all depends on your experience and expertise and your knowledge. For a person who's expert in trading, I will not suggest you to invest and go and try something new, completely new in this new region. Because trading might be you might have hands-on experience in trading and you are completely in a new region, and trying something new would be a little more challenging because you already have a new region to experience here, right? So any questions for me? Yes. Yeah, I understand. This is a challenge, not only for Kenya, not only for Africa, from many parts, many countries across the globe. Okay. Okay. Again, what is the lowest amount one can start in real estate? It again depends if you're getting into real estate for you to use, for you to live, or for you to invest. If you're looking for a short-term rental kind of business where you can buy a property and then rent it out. Starting from, it completely depends on the region that you are, the region that you identify within Dubai or any Emirate or Ras Al Khaimah or Abu Dhabi. If you're looking for something very commercial, probably in this Business Bay in Dubai, if you have a studio apartment, it will be rented around the year for sure. So likewise, it all depends on various parameters. So I cannot give you a generic number or a generic definition to this. All over in Dubai. Okay, I live in JVC and I bought this property 7 years back. I'm just giving you a just for a vague understanding. When I bought this property 7 years back, I was in actually one end of Dubai, but now JVC become middle of Dubai because Dubai is expanding towards south. So yeah, studio apartment will be easily rented out. So I always recommend somebody who is starting with an investment, always go for studio apartment because most of the people coming to Dubai are singles or couples. So, the studio apartment will be affordable for most of the tourist crowd or the visitors. That will be the easy go rather than you investing a lot of money, rather than buying one big property, get two studio apartments. I think probably starting from, definitely again, depending on the specifications of the property, probably you can start identify from 600,000 dirhams. That will be approximate, say like $150,000. This is again a very generic figure. It again depends on the location that you are selecting and various parameters, the area. But you're free to have book a consultation with me so that I can understand more about your requirement and then guide you accordingly. And I'm really passionate to work with women entrepreneurs, and I'm excited to see a lot of female entrepreneurs showing up here at this time. I think the time is limited now. If you have any questions, you can ask me, or probably yeah. I think, Sandra, you can share my contact, right?
Yes, I'll do that.
Yes. I'm always reachable. You can book a call with me. We can certainly understand and guide you accordingly. So yeah, shall I wind up? I will close now.
Yes, Dora?
Thank you very much, Ms. Amy Joy, for that presentation full of
Most
information.
welcome.
And once again, thank you to both our guest speakers for taking time to share such valuable knowledge with us today. We will now open the floor for questions and clarifications. Kindly type your question in the chat box and we will respond to as many as possible within the remaining time. If your question is directed to a specific speaker, please indicate their name in the message. Let us now proceed with the question and answer session. So I'll read out the questions from the chat.
Okay, Thelma, as the questions are coming, I think you can take the floor.
Okay. Thank you, ladies. We still have 31 participants. That's a good number. So our next step right now is to ask, how do we get involved? Can those who are interested in getting involved, to be part of, to be members, can you just raise your hands? Just show by raising your hands. Those who are really interested to be part of this platform. Okay, I see good numbers there. Maybe just write in the comments to say, I want to get registered. I want to get registered. interested. You can just say interested in the chat. So how we'll do it is that we have an official application form, and as we have said before, we have a membership payment, a once-off to show commitment of $20. That is for individuals, and for corporates, it is going to be $100 annually. So for members, it's $20 who will be able to issue this coming week an official application form whereby you can fill in your details, and we'll also send information on how to make the payments. And all the membership fee should be paid by the 28th of February, so that we know who are interested and who are we working with for our December trip, because we are supposed to have a December trip. If we miss this December trip, there will be also a May trip in 2027. So everyone will be entitled to complete their membership form. Then also, part of that, once you complete the membership form, you have to prepare your business profile. This will be for networking. And also, once we have members who have paid up by the 28th of February, we will also start to begin with our planning, begin the planning for our December trip in 2026 this year. So excited. Are there any questions pertaining this registration? Any questions? No questions? Are there any questions pertaining the registration or registration fee? Okay, thank you so much. So from the chart, okay, so the membership fee for an individual is $20 once off. It's a lifetime membership. Then if it's a corporate, it's $100 annually. The deadline will be the 28th of February, the last day of February 2026. That's the deadline. 28th of February 2026. The corporate membership is $100. The membership fee for an individual is $20. Guys, it's simple. If I'm to look at how I spend every month, every day, let's say a minimum of $5 per day. So which means that in a week, I spend like $35. In a month, that's times 4, I spend more than $100 just maybe on food. I'm not talking of my daily expenses, like, data and other things. Then now I'm paying $20 for a lifetime until I die. In a day, in a month, it means that you save less than $1 to just come up with the $20 for a lifetime membership, with a lot of social capital and a lot of business opportunities that you get. I think it's worth joining this. Then when it comes to the corporate membership, it's just $100 annually. Why it's annually is because we always have new investors each year. So it might not even be Dubai, it might be even Europe and other continents. And so it has to be annually because it's bigger, more opportunities, more money. So you end up seeing that the money that you make and the capital that you get, social capital, $100 will be nothing as to compare to what you gain from it. Okay, so I just noted also a few questions from the charts. Maybe Sandra, who's there from Dubai? Do we still have Dr. William is gone, right? Is he still there? Because I'm sure these are the questions that are most suitable for him to answer.
No, Dr. William has dropped. Has she also gone? I think she has. Here.
We have this question, Sandra. These following questions. What then? What would be an estimated incorporation cost in US dollars to set up a business in Dubai? Then the other one was answered the lowest amount on to start in a real estate business. So maybe some of these, it was answered. Most of these questions were answered. But if we have further questions, it's good. We can post them. We can ask. You can put your questions in the group. Then we'll further compile the answers. But this will be now for the members. That will be for the members, information for the members, that those who will be able to register by end of this month. So any further questions, ladies? Any further questions? Maybe not specifically for this presentation, but for the African women in the UAE Business Network. Just in general, whatever you want to know. Okay, I think people were well answered. So once you make your payments, there will be another group that you'll be added into. That group is when we will get all the updates, the sessions. We'll be getting more master classes like these ones that you just had. And so this will be the benefits for the members. We'll also keep on sending you the benefits of those who will be able to register. But we will still disseminate some information to the main group. And okay, just a suggestion, maybe for next time, we can hear success stories from women who are also members. Okay, thank you, Sawe, for that suggestion. Noted. We'll put that into consideration. Definitely our next session, but it will be for the members. Most of the sessions that we'll do from henceforth will be for those who are members. The main group will still exist. If you have, where we'll be posting some links if you'll be able to join. Still processing the knowledge received, and you ask questions next time. Alethea, you can ask even questions in the main group. Are you in the main WhatsApp group? The people all here participating, are they in the main WhatsApp group for the AWUBN? Okay, thank you. So what you can do is you can always post your questions so that also those people who didn't join can catch up from the questions. Let's use the WhatsApp group to have all the questions that you want to ask, then they'll get answered in the WhatsApp group so that other people who didn't join can catch up. But don't forget,